A custom-designed home in Columbus, Ohio, dubbed the Book House, has hit the market for $1.6 million. The property features over 7,000 hardback books and dramatic floor-to-ceiling shelves. Developer Guy Marshall collected the books at a cost of just 10 cents apiece to create an immersive design experience. The home spans 4,536 square feet, with 2 living units, 8 bedrooms, and 6 bathrooms, making it suitable for short-term luxury rentals. Rental projections estimate the property could bring in approximately $273,000 in gross annual income. The Trump administration's Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has ended Temporary Protected Status, TPS, for roughly 520,000 Haitians currently residing in the U.S. The TPS designations for Haiti will expire on August 3, 2025, and the termination will be effective on Tuesday, September 2, 2025. DHS encourages Haitian nationals to return home, which can be arranged through the CBP Home app, or pursue lawful status through other immigration benefit requests if eligible. The Washington Post editorial board warned that Democratic Socialist Zoran Mamdani's primary win in the New York City mayoral race could be detrimental to both the city and the Democratic Party. The Post argued that Mamdani's policies, including city-owned grocery stores, no bus fares, and a $30 minimum wage, would likely lead to civic dysfunction and discredit the next generation of Democratic leaders. YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul defended his fight against Mike Tyson, saying it was 100% real and a huge success. However, the discussion turned heated when Piers Morgan questioned Paul's choice of opponents, leading to a personal attack from Paul before he abruptly ended the video call. The interview took place on Thursday ahead of Paul's upcoming fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in Anaheim, California, on Saturday night. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced the renaming of the USNS Harvey Milk to the USNS Oscar V. Peterson, a Medal of Honor winner who died in World War II after saving lives during battle. The move comes amid a push from Hegseth to remove DEI and woke policies from the Department of Defense. Representative Nancy Pelosi called the decision shameful, but Hegseth stated that people want to be proud of the ship they're sailing in, not political activists. Peterson's selfless act saved 123 survivors from the USS Neosho, and he died 2 days later from his wounds. 2 human smugglers, Felipe Orduna Torres and Armando Gonzalez Ortega, were sentenced to decades in prison for their roles in the June 2022 migrant smuggling tragedy near San Antonio, Texas. The pair was convicted of conspiring to transport migrants resulting in death, transporting migrants who died, and transporting others who suffered serious injuries. A total of 53 people died, including 6 children and a pregnant woman, after being packed into a sweltering tractor-trailer without air conditioning. The smugglers were part of a larger organization responsible for transporting over 1,000 illegal migrants into the country. President Donald Trump celebrated after the Supreme Court moved to block lower courts from issuing universal injunctions, something that had impacted his executive orders. The president held a news conference just over an hour after the ruling was issued and said the Supreme Court had stopped a colossal abuse of power. The Department of Justice will promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis, Trump said. The Supreme Court's 6-3 decision allows lower courts to issue injunctions only in limited instances, though the ruling leaves open the question of how it will apply to the birthright citizenship order at the heart of the case. The Senate parliamentarian ruled that a provision to delist short-barrel rifles, shotguns, and suppressors from the National Firearms Act would have to be removed from President Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. The provision aimed to reduce regulations on certain firearms, but was deemed non-compliant with Senate rules. Republicans are working to rewrite the language to retain Second Amendment rights. A 1995 Department of Justice memo has revealed that a cocaine investigation into Maine Governor Janet Mills in the early 1990s was not politically motivated, contradicting her long-standing claims. The investigation, which was dropped without charges being filed, was initially sparked by allegations from a drug suspect accusing Mills of using cocaine. Mills had maintained that she was targeted for her Democratic affiliation and criticism of the state's Bureau of Intergovernmental Drug Enforcement, BIDE. However, the DOJ memo found no misconduct by federal or state authorities investigating her case. A CNN report on the U.S. strike on Iran's Fordow nuclear facility has been revealed to be based on manipulated information from deep state leakers. The leak, which was initially reported as showing little damage done to the Iranian nuclear program, has been discredited by multiple sources, including the International Atomic Energy Agency and President Trump himself. The incident highlights a serious problem for journalism: the instant credulity given to leakers with information harmful to President Trump, leaving American citizens misinformed. To address this issue, the Trump administration is pushing to punish the leakers, who were in positions of knowledge and trust, and return to the original transaction where leaks are taken seriously because they risk jail time. This move could improve American journalism by making secret information classified again and ending the game of deep state officials playing footsie with the liberal media. Actor Rick Hurst, known for his role as Deputy Cletus Hogg in the popular series The Dukes of Hazzard, has died at the age of 79. His co-star Ben Jones confirmed the news to Fox News Digital, stating that Hurst's death was unexpected and shocking. Hurst played the role of Deputy Cletus Hogg from the late 1970s to the 1980s, and reprised his role in later years. He also appeared in several other TV shows and films, including Steel Magnolias and In the Line of Fire. Hurst is survived by two sons, Ryan and Colin, who both followed in their father's footsteps as actors. The New York Times has refused to apologize to President Donald Trump over its coverage of U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, despite Trump's repeated calls for a retraction and apology. The paper's senior vice president, David McCraw, stated that the reporting was accurate and that Americans deserve to know whether the attack on Iran was a success. CNN also stood by its reporting, stating that it relied on an early intelligence assessment of the strikes. Trump has called the media coverage very unfair to the mission's pilots, and his legal team demanded a retraction and apology from the Times. The Democrats' response to the U.S. strike on Iran has been met with criticism, with some accusing them of being out of touch with voters. Fox News host Sean Hannity discussed the issue on his show, saying, "This is a new low for Democrats." The article highlights various opinions from Fox News contributors, including Michael Schellenberger, who says the Democrats chose wrong and are reaping the rewards. Other topics covered include Gavin Newsom's $9 gas nightmare in California and the potential threat of terror attacks. HexClad is offering a 4th of July bundle sale with discounts of up to 44% off their premium cookware and culinary essentials from June 27th to July 6th. The sale includes various bundles such as the Grand Finale, Summer Sizzler, American Pie, Let Flavors Ring, Liberty Blade, and Essentials. These bundles feature a range of products including pots, pans, lids, knives, cutting boards, and other kitchen accessories. Some popular items on sale include the Stars, Stripes and Sauté set, which is originally priced at $1,724, but can be purchased for $999, 42% off, and the Summer Sizzler bundle, which is originally priced at $2,517, but can be purchased for $1,399, 44% off. The Grand Finale bundle, which includes a full range of hybrid fry pans and pots with lids, along with specialty items like woks, griddles, and roasting pans, is also on sale for 17% off. Nora Colomer is a writer reporting on beauty, style, home, kitchen, tech, and fitness for Fox News. A 61-year-old Michigan woman was killed in a Florida alligator attack while canoeing with her husband near Lake Kissimmee State Park in May. The victim was bitten on the torso, and efforts to assist her were unsuccessful. An 11-foot 4-inch alligator was later caught by FWC trappers. In response, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, FWC, has launched a new public awareness campaign called GatorWise, which aims to promote realistic perceptions about alligators and provide tips for minimizing conflicts with these animals. The Supreme Court ruled 6-3 that parents can opt their children out of school lessons that contain themes about homosexuality and transgenderism if they feel the material conflicts with their religious faith. The case, Mahmoud versus Taylor, arose from Montgomery County Public Schools incorporating books into their curriculum that featured LGBTQ characters. The court's decision was seen as a victory for parental rights and a loss for bureaucrats. Education Secretary Linda McMahon celebrated the ruling, stating that parents have the right to know what their children are learning at school and to exercise their First Amendment freedom of religion. Former First Lady Michelle Obama laughed off lingering divorce rumors about her marriage in a new podcast interview with NPR on June 26. She joked that people don't see them going out on dates and sparks rumors of the end of their marriage. Obama explained that she made personal choices this year to only attend events she wants to go to, rather than following expectations. The former First Lady dismissed divorce speculation during other interviews this year, saying she would still use her platform, but was over politics and wouldn't be campaigning for another candidate in the future. Sean Diddy Combs' defense team began closing arguments Friday, accusing the prosecution of bringing a fake trial against the rapper as the government went after his private sex life. Diddy's defense claimed none of the prosecution witnesses testified to engaging in racketeering. The defense attorney pointed out the seizure of Astroglide and baby oil during raids on Diddy's homes, stating there was nothing about the rapper's businesses to make this a criminal case. According to Diddy's defense, this case was about money, with his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura suing him for $30 million. The defense attorney claimed what happened between Diddy and Cassie was domestic violence, not sex trafficking. South Dakota Senator Mike Rounds has extended an invitation to President Donald Trump to attend the 85th anniversary of the Sturgis motorcycle rally, which will take place from August 1st to 10th. The rally is expected to draw hundreds of thousands of people and feature a number of artists, including ZZ Top and Jason Aldean. Rounds described South Dakota as Trump country and expressed his confidence that Trump would be well received by the crowd. A resolution led by Representative Young Kim, Republican California, condemned the violent anti-ICE protests in Los Angeles earlier this month. The resolution acknowledged peaceful protests as a constitutional right, but called out the criminal elements that unfolded during the unrest. Nearly 200 House Democrats voted against the resolution, which was supported by 215 members of the House of Representatives, including 7 House Democrats. The debate surrounding the ICE operations and deportation efforts nationwide continues, with ICE agents facing a 500% increase in assaults. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has awarded $94.4 million in federal grants to 512 Jewish faith-based organizations through the Nonprofit Security Grant Program. The funding will be used for security measures such as cameras, physical barriers, and other enhanced safety initiatives. Anti-Semitic attacks have been on the rise since Hamas's October 2023 attack on Israel, with a record high of 9,354 anti-Semitic incidents in 2024, according to the Anti-Defamation League, ADL. The grants are part of a pre-designated fund to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, under DHS, and will help prevent violence and terrorism against Jewish people in the United States. Fitness influencer Brian Johnson, known as the Liver King, has been released from a Texas jail after being arrested for allegedly making terroristic threats toward UFC commentator and podcaster Joe Rogan. Johnson was taken into custody on Tuesday night and initially held at the Travis County Jail. He was charged with allegedly making a terroristic threat and was later released. In a series of rambling videos posted to his Instagram account, Johnson discussed his arrest and seemingly poked at Rogan without addressing him directly. The incident occurred after Johnson posted a video challenging Rogan to a fight on June 23, stating, "My name's Liver King, man to man, I'm picking a fight with you." Rogan told authorities that the videos were threatening in nature, leading to the arrest of Johnson. The presidential debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump 1 year ago on June 27, 2025, marked a pivotal moment in the 2024 election. Former President Biden appeared tired and with a raspy voice, while some of his responses were unintelligible, leading to Trump landing several wisecracks in response. Biden's performance was criticized for being disastrous, with Trump accusing him of destroying the country and having a nothing border plan. The debate changed the course of the 2024 election, with many considering it a turning point for Trump's campaign. Arizona Cardinals tight end Trey McBride has become one of the highest-paid players at his position, after signing a 4-year, $76 million extension. McBride, who was drafted in the second round out of Colorado State, has built a strong connection with quarterback Kyler Murray and is looking to elevate the tight end position financially. At Tight End University, McBride met with other top tight ends, including George Kittle, and discussed the importance of growing the position. McBride's impact on his team and the league has been profound, and he hopes to continue to inspire others to strive for bigger contracts. A former major banker with ties to Jeffrey Epstein lost a bid to clear his name and go back to work in one of the world's key cities for global finance this week. Jez Staley, a former Barclays CEO and a longtime executive at J.P. Morgan, lost his appeal in a UK court this week to overturn a lifetime ban from London banking stemming from his ties to the disgraced financier and sex trafficker who died in 2019. During the course of the appeal, the 68-year-old Staley admitted to having sex with an Epstein employee, The Guardian reported. He told the tribunal it happened behind Epstein's back. The court agreed to cut his fine from £1.8 million, about $2.47 million, to £1.1 million, or around $1.5 million, but the ban remains intact.